Children, today in our moral class we are going to learn the 7th and 8th lesson. Just we are going to revise, okay children? In your lesson 7, have a story, circle time. Circle time. See, in this story you are going to learn about a tribe. Tribe means, in olden days a group of people are called tribe. Many years ago there were hundreds of small tribes in America. See, tribe means in olden days in forest and all there may be tribe. In country also, some country also they have different kinds of tribes. Likewise in America there were hundreds of small tribes. All are different and all thought that it was the most important one. Their own tribe was the important one. They fought with other all and all, many times they were killed. See, nowadays there is war between two countries, isn't it? Likewise, the olden days this tribe fought one another. The result of this happened, population of the tribes decreased. There were one tribe named Sioux tribe. Sioux tribe. The chief of the Sioux tribe always wanted peace in their country. He invited all the other tribes to talk about how they can live peace. Because by war they are having fight all the time and they are losing their people. So they had a group they had a meeting. A huge group of people gathered. Many tribes leader joined the meeting, so they thought that they was the important and they should be followed to speak first. So all thought that, like that, all the leaders thought like that, and so everyone started speaking at the same time and shouted there, and again there started a fight. So this Sioux chief had an idea. He asked the whole group to make a large circle, and now they faced one another by holding the hand in a circle. They all facing one another, and at that time they felt that they are equal. They all are facing one another. They all are in the same position like this. He said that everyone who wanted to say something would be heard. If you are speaking, others have to be heard. That isn't it? Likewise, the chief told that it did not matter which tribe was them. But they have one rule. That means the person who speak must have the chief's stick in his hand. So the stick was passed from one by one, like a ball passing game. They passed the stick. They all took turns to speak. Because there were many leaders who got the stick, they started speaking. So all got the chance to speak. The chief also said that while we are in a circle, everyone are treated same. All bad feelings were put aside and each one had a chance to speak his mind. So the meeting lasted for many days there. So after this, every time they passed the stick and spoke. So the meeting lasted for many days. After the meeting cancelled, they went back to their homes. But the meeting was over, but their idea, that means idea of a circle, was in their mind. They understood how important it is to respect different people's point of view. Likewise, you also must respect everyone's point of view. Okay, because in our country there are different kinds of people. Sometimes their way of life is different, their eating habit is different, they have different religions, they look and dress differently. But that is not a matter. It is not right to that everyone have the same look, same dress or behave like us, everything. But it is not right to think that everyone should follow our way of life. If we do not show respect to those who are different from us, they will feel hurt and angry. that we cannot live peace in and harmony with one another. So we can earn respect only by accepting differences and giving respect. So see, look your hand. You are having 5 fingers. Is all the fingers are in same? All the fingers length are same? No. Width? No. Every fingers are in different. So in your own body you are having a different fingers in your own hand. Likewise all the people differ. So don't ignore them. Accept the difference and give respect and take respect. Okay children? Okay, that's all your lesson 7. Keep in mind. Children, now let's read our 7th lesson. Lesson 7. Sometimes different, sometimes not. See, we are having a story circle time. Many years ago, there were hundreds of small tribes in America. Each tribe felt that it was the most important one. They fought with one another all the time, and many people were killed. As a result, the population of the tribes decreased. The chief of the Sioux tribe wanted peace. He invited all other tribes to talk about how they could live in peace. See, this word is Sioux. Don't think that Sioux means it has another pronunciation. It was pronounced Sioux. Sioux, okay? A huge group of people gathered. Each tribe's leader felt that he was the most important and should be allowed to speak first. So everyone wanted to be heard first. Everyone started speaking at the same time, shouting and even fighting. The Sioux chief had an idea. He asked the whole group to make a large circle. Now they all faced one another. They were all equal. He said that everyone who wanted to say something would be heard. It did not matter which tribe he was from, but he could speak only when he held the chief's stick. The stick was passed from hand to hand. They all took turns to speak. The chief also said that while they were in a circle, everyone would be treated alike. All bad feelings were put aside, and each one had a chance to speak his mind. The meeting lasted for many days. Then they all went back to their homes. They took back with them the idea of a circle. They understood how important it is to respect at different points of view. An American Indian story retold. Okay, children, did you all understand the story? Okay, good. Dear children, this is your lesson 7 notes. Your lesson 7 topic, sometimes different, sometimes not. Sometimes different, sometimes not. First Roman letter, choose the correct answers. First one, no dash people are alike. A1, B2, C3. 2, TWO 2, no two people are alike. Second one, we should respect dash another. A1, B2, C3. 1, ONE 1, we should respect one another. Third one, there are dash kinds of people in our country. A same, B alike, C different. Different, DIFFERENT, different. There are different kinds of people in our country. Fourth one, it is not right to think that everyone should dash our language. A eat, B see, C speak, SPEAK, speak. It is not right to think that everyone should speak our language. Fifth one, we are all dash sharing the planet. A animals, B birds, C humans, HUMANS, humans. We are all humans sharing the same planet. Second Roman letter, fill in the blanks. First one, many years ago there were hundreds of small tribes in America. Second one, the chief of the Sioux tribe. This is Sioux tribe wanted peace. Third one, the Sioux chief asked the whole group to make a large circle. Fourth one, the stick was passed from hand to hand. Fifth one, the meeting lasted for many days. To us, it could happen to us. This was a story that was retold from an article. A boy named Majd Abu Azab story was retold. Okay, this Majd Abu Azab lived in Ramallah. He was at that time on 28 March 2002. This was happening, and at that time he was 8 years old. He was just in the second elementary grade. See, at that time there was war. You all know that now also some places like Iran, Iraq, they had war, isn't it? Like this, they had a war in Palestine at that time on March 2008, March 28 to 2002. Okay, year 2002. See, at that time, this Majd Abu Azab felt very sad and afraid because there were every time the sound of bombing and shooting, soldiers shooting against the enemies. Likewise, see, he remembered that day. Likewise, when he was wanted to go to his auntie's house, but the road were blocked due to this war, and the televisions and radio stations were destroyed. But they don't know what was happening there. At that time, they went to their grandmother's house, and they came to know that their radio and television station were bombed. Bombed means the enemy country has bombed this Ramallah. So at that time the water and the electricity were also shut down. So they were cut in this water and electricity. They could not have bath, or they don't clean the house or anything. When the school year ended at that time, they closed the school, but they did not give the certificate. So he cannot attend any summer camp also. So he had to stay the home full time. And you all know that at vacation you all go to your family, your relatives house, or else you will go to any summer camp. But this was not happened to this Majd Abu Azab. So he was very angry. On this 28 March 2002, it was a Thursday, and this Majd Abu Azab was at school. But the schools in this Thursday, the teachers were looked very scared. The boys and girls were also looked scared. But this boy don't know what was happening, and he was as usual. But the parents came to pick them. His parent also came to pick him from school to home. The next day was a Friday. At morning, they heard a loud noise, and they all woke up. But they tried to tell on the television what was happening. At that time only they knew that there was the sound of bombing and there were no electricity. Then he went to kitchen to drink water. At that time he noticed that the water supply also had been cut. Then the 2 weeks they spent without electricity and running water. They all stored water in vessels and all the big utensils, so there were no cups and plates, so they used disposable plates and cups. That was not safe, isn't it, to use. They slept a lot of time in the morning, daytime, because they don't know what to do, so they slept more time, because they cannot watch TV, so that way it was very boring, so they slept. Then the road were empty, there were no one roaming here and there. But if they want to go out to the store, it was very frightened thing, because the soldiers were roaming all around the street, and they were shooting whoever come outside, so they were frightened. but this time he wanted to go to supermarket store to buy things, but also he walked fast and he forgot everything to what his mother told him to buy from the store. And by thinking this, they thought that the peace is very important, so they all prayed to end the war, and they also wanted to move freely in the street and road, so without checkpoints, and they can learn and play normally because they cannot meet each other at the time of war. Okay, children, all let's pray for our peace. The gift of peace is very, very important. See your 8th lesson topic, the gift of peace. Here we have story, it could happen to us. See, this was a story retold from an article by Majd Abu Azab. Lives in Ramallah in Palestine. Okay. See, this Majd Abu Azab live in Ramallah. I am 8 years old and I study in the 2nd elementary grade. I feel sad and afraid because of the situation here and what we are passing through. I remember the day they destroyed our radio and television stations. We were going to visit my aunt, but the soldiers blocked the road and did not let us pass. At that time, I thought our house had also been destroyed. We did not know what was happening. Later, we went to my grandma's house and discovered that the television station had been bombed. When the water and the electricity were cut, we could not have a bath or even clean the house. When the school year ended and they closed the school, they did not give us our certificates. I could not go to summer camp. I had to stay at home. I was very angry. Last year, all schools and universities were closed and no one could go to work. People had to stay at home and the roads were empty. On 28 March 2002, something happened. It was a Thursday and I was at school. Suddenly, the teachers started looking scared. The boys and girls were scared too. I was very frightened, but I continued playing with my friends as if nothing had happened. Then the parents came to pick up their children. My parents came as well and took me home from school. The next day was Friday. We woke up to the sound of bombing. I tried to turn on the television, but there was no electricity. Then I wanted to drink water and found that the water supply had been cut too. We spent 2 weeks without electricity and running water. In order to save the stored water, we used disposable cups and plates. I slept a lot at that time because I did not know what else to do all day. And even when I needed to go to the store right next to our house, I was very frightened. I would walk very fast and sometimes I forgot that my mother had asked me to buy because soldiers were shooting anyone who walked on the streets. We want peace and we want this war to end, and we want them to stop destroying the trees, and we want to move freely without checkpoints so we can learn and play normally. This is your story. Okay, children. Children, this is your lesson 8 notes. The gift of peace. The gift of peace. First Roman letter, choose the correct answers. First one, the gift of dash begins in our hearts. A peace, B peace, C peace. Peace, P-E-A-C-E, peace. When there is no peace, dash suffer the most. A parent, B grandparent, C children. Children, C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N, children. Peace can easily be broken by dash thoughts and actions. A happy, B angry, C silent. Angry, A-N-G-R-Y, angry. In countries at dash, people, especially children, live in fear. A war, B festival, C feast. War, W-A-R, war. Peace does not dash easily. Rain, go, come. Come, C-O-M-E, come. Filling the blanks. Dash live in Ramallah. It was a country in Palestine. Ramallah. Majd Abu Azab. Majd Abu Azab. The radio and television station had been bombed. People had to stay at home and dash were empty roads, ROADS roads. The parents came to pick up their dash children. People want peace and they want this war to dash end. End. Okay children, this is your notes. Study thoroughly. Okay.